Welcome back to another episode of Toxiris Discovers. Today we got 7 albums, all suggested by the community. Let's get right into it. So since I'm kind of in a hurry today, there won't be no flashy editing. I mean, I'll have the flashiest editing overall, but it'll be a bit more simple today and a bit more short and briefer. So let's get it. First project I got is suggested by Kieran Cartwright, Lucki or Lucki, Freewave 3. Now, this project, I don't know, man. I've heard of Lucki before, and I've heard music from him before, but it always is just not as great to me. I feel like the production is not as good as it could be. I feel like the execution of what he is doing could be way better, but overall, it's just mid, in my opinion. I would probably give this project a 6 out of 10. There's a lot to improve on. Verses, for example, in my opinion. And what I already mentioned, beats. Next project I got is YSN Flow Season, suggested by JVF714. Well, this project was pretty easy listen. I have heard many of the songs on this project before. I mean, Want Beef is, I think, his most popular song, and a lot of other songs I really enjoy, like the song with Lil TJ, are also on this project. I really enjoyed it. I think YSN Flow is pretty good. I think he has been dropping a bit too much music. I don't know if recently, but not too long ago it felt like he was dropping every Friday, and then like every day I was like, oh, there's a new YSN Flow song. And he's good, but he's not as special to me that I'm going out of my way to listen to as much music that he's putting out, or he has put out. With that being said, the project is very good. I really like the hooks. I really like production at times. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I think it's pretty solid. And then we got NBA Youngboy, Until Death Call My Name, suggested by The Real Deal. Well, this is probably the first time I have heard of Youngboy. I mean, not right now, but the first time I heard about this album was back in 2018 when it was released, because it had Outside Today, which is arguably one of Youngboy's biggest songs on it. And everybody was like, yo, this project is so great, it's so fucking good, listen to it. I never did until now, and I gotta say, I don't really get the hype. I feel like Youngboy has better projects, like, for example, Top or AI Youngboy 2, but overall, this project is solid. It's not great, but it has a couple good tracks. I think even if Youngboy has been dropping a lot of music recently, I mean, in 2020 he dropped like 7 projects or some, I think still there has been a major increase in his skill for rapping, because this project is good, but if I listen to his more recent work, that just sounds more trained and just better to me, in my opinion. That being said, I'd give it a 6.5 out of 10, around that. It's good, but could be better, honestly. Then the next project we got, Goldenboy, CountUpBoy, Chicken Man 2. Now, when I read this, I said, if this project getting a 7 out of 10 or more, I'm reporting you, because that name already sounds trash. And what can I say? I might be a bit biased because that name fucking sucks. But this is ass, bro. Beats, not all beats, to be fair. There are a couple beats where I'm like, yo, this is good. But beats suck for like 3/4 of the album. Flow sucks. Everything about this project is either just mid or just bad. So like 3 out of 10. There's not that much I can say about it. 3 out of 10, and those 3 points are mostly because of the couple beats that were good. So yeah. Next project we got is EVOL by Future. I gotta say, before I start about the music, this probably has the best album cover from the albums I've got in here. Anyway, solid project. I think from the Future projects I've had on here so far, probably the worst one, which is not that bad because the Future projects so far have been great. But this is just kind of, I feel like the song that carries this project is Low Life and maybe Wicked. But other than that, this project doesn't really have a replay value for me. It's solid, but not as solid as it could be. So 7 out of 10. Still a good project, but worse than the ones we've had on before. Then I got Ho, Why Is You Here? Flo Milli, suggested by PJ Gameplay. Well, and at first I thought this man was calling me Ho when I read the comment, but well, it's the project name, and it's actually really good. It includes all of, at least to me, known Flo Milli hits, and it's pretty solid. 30 minutes, not too long. She delivers her style. I think her style can get pretty redundant and can be pretty nerve-wracking, if that makes sense, after some time. But I think with 30 minutes, she's right below the border of being annoying. So, solid ass project. I think she has a great flow. I think she's definitely one of the better female rappers to come out in the new era. And I would say the project is a 7.5 out of 10. Very, very good. With that being said, we're getting to the last project, which is Lil Wayne, The Block Is Hot, suggested by Double M Entertainment. I haven't heard that many Wayne projects yet, and this is not really what is telling me, yo, I should listen to more. I think, I know that this is one of his earlier projects. It has been released in the 90s, which most of Wayne's relevant stuff has been released in the 2000s, maybe early 2010s. This project is solid, it's good, but it's far from projects like the Carter 4 or the Carter 1, which are easily my favorite Wayne projects. It's also far from Sorry From The Wait, which is my least favorite Wayne project so far, but it's okay. It's a 6.5 out of 10. It's okay. It has a couple good hooks, a couple good that, a couple good this, but overall, I think it's just a bit too long, and I think a couple songs are I just didn't need many of the songs on here. Let's say you cut 8 of these tracks, it's a way better project, and I'm fine with never hearing these 8 songs again. With that being said, thank you for watching. Sorry for being in a rush today, and have a great one.
Remember back then, all them hoes ain't want me. Now I'm ballin', all them same hoes on me. Mama told me that this came with the money and the motherfucking fame, even though I feel the same. I'm that nigga now. I'm that nigga now. I'm that nigga now. I'm that nigga now.